How are Israel's recent operations against Iran, even the last 24 hours, bombing Tehran's Evin prison, affecting the internal stability of the regime?
Well, the regime, of course, is quite unstable, not least because I think the Iranian people are very much opposed to this regime. As you know, in 2022, tens of thousands of Iranians came out to the streets of Iran and they chanted death to the dictator, whether the Shah or the leader, meaning Khamenei. So the Iranian people have no illusion about this regime and they have fighting it tooth and nail. But obviously, with the weakening of the Iranian regime's military and security forces, naturally that will empower and embolden the Iranian people to take their fight against this regime to the next level and ultimately bring it down. Although I must emphasize that when we talk about regime change, we're not talking about regime change through foreign intervention and foreign wars, but bottom up, which means through the efforts of the Iranian people and the organized resistance, the NCRI and the MEK, who have been waging a war against this regime since 44 years ago.
Iran's a country that's experienced democratic uprisings 5 times since 2017. So, as you say, now seems like a real possibility. I suppose there are concerns about what that would actually look like, potentially a lot of instability and chaos rather than, of course, a peaceful transition. But what are the signs that you're seeing that indicate the Iranian people are ready to rise up?
Well, I think one very clear indication is that despite what has happened and despite the narrative that was being pushed by some armchair experts and, of course, the Iranian lobby in Western capitals, that the Iranian people didn't rally around the flag because from the perspective of the Iranian people, the only enemy they have is the regime in Tehran. In fact, during the 22 uprising, nationwide uprising, one of the most prevalent chants by the Iranian people was, the enemy is right here, they lie when they say it's America. And so in that context, really, we're not looking at a chaotic situation moving forward. Actually, after the ceasefire was announced earlier today, the NCRI president-elect Mariam Rajavi basically said, welcome the ceasefire and end to the foreign war. And she basically said that the proposal for a ceasefire, and I'm reading from her statement that was just released, the proposal for a ceasefire and ending the war is a step forward for the third option. Neither war nor appeasement. Let the people of Iran themselves, in the battle of destiny, bring down Khamenei and the dictatorship of the Velayat Faqih. She also said that the people of Iran, in their century-long struggle, at tremendous and bloody cost, have repeatedly rejected dictatorships of both Shah and Sheikh, meaning the mullahs, through successive uprisings. So in this sense, really, I think the Iranian people have made their determination clear that they don't want any part of this regime. And I think in the weeks and months forward, this opposition to the regime will escalate and will lead to an organized uprising that will topple the mullahs of Iran. Remember that nobody believed that Assad regime would fall in a matter of 11 days. Many thought it would be a permanent feature of the Middle East, but of course things have changed. The same holds true for the regime in Tehran.
Ali Safavi, Foreign Affairs Committee official at the National Council of Resistance of Iran. Really appreciate you making the time to speak with us. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you very much for the opportunity.